back to homeroom from the hospital, I thought that being more embarrassed was impossible. But God, the second time, it really turned my stomach. Now I'm the kid who collapses and then spazzes out in public. This time was a bowling alley, the first was in the yard, and kids in middle school just watched me trip and kicked me hard. Except this girl named Chrissy Lee, who flips around at her desk and gives me the world's biggest Disney card. Wrote best wishes and kisses where she signed it. 3 feet by 2 feet, I could've hid behind it. I didn't like the pity from Christina Lee though. I'm thinking, Chrissy, can't you see I'm busy being emo? Cause I think I might've heard she maybe sorta liked me, and since she wasn't cool enough, I guess I took it lightly. Had braces and glasses and wasn't Mrs. Popular, and so I didn't really give a thought to her. A heartbreaking sounds like guitar strings snapping. It's the notes of the song that'll never happen, and the wind in the leaves is the sound of ghosts clapping. But a heartbreaking sounds like guitar strings snapping. A heartbreaking sounds like guitar strings snapping. It's the notes of the song that'll never happen, and the wind in the leaves is the sound of ghosts clapping. But a heartbreaking sounds like guitar strings snapping. There's holes in my memory, it isn't photographic. There's holes in my yearbook, but the cutout folks were plastic. 10 years pass, I don't cross paths with half the people from my class again until we meet at Chrissy's open casket. Those who chose to ask it probably knew I could've dug in deeper if I'd wanted to, but you couldn't tell a thing was off on the surface. And I didn't know she was sick until I heard about her service. She was born with a heart defect, used to the cold knife. She'd been in and out of hospitals her whole life. She knew the whole time and never said why. She felt my pain herself and helped me hold my head high. The nicest folks are those who know the throes of crisis, that when it was crime to twist her life to fit my own devices. Why is it so hard to mourn and then try to learn by this? But the lights that burn shortest are the lights that burn brightest. A heartbreaking sounds like guitar strings snapping. It's the notes of the song that'll never happen. The wind in the leaves is the sound of ghosts clapping. But a heartbreaking sounds like guitar strings snapping. A heartbreaking sounds like guitar strings snapping. It's the notes of the song that'll never happen, and the wind in the leaves is the sound of ghosts clapping. But a heartbreaking sounds like guitar strings snapping. Our 8th grade yearbook page for dedicating songs wasn't long, even in a school 1100 strong. The yearbook advertised for months, but when it's said and done, Chrissy bought 6, the 3rd most of anyone. Alvin got Your Faith in Me by Jessica Simpson. Pebbles got Richard Marx's ballad at the beginning. It feels like sloppy poetry, the way her life would end after sending Mariah Carey's Anytime You Need a Friend. But corniness is honesty that's wrapped in cliche, and most slow jam lyrics aren't shit I'm brave enough to say without a smirk. But before she went to dirt, she left us finally. I will remember you, to Jeff, Mike, Bri, and me. You can plot it if you must, say it's obviously fate, or explain that God is just, but all I know is that until my body's dust, I will try to think of her as much as Chrissy thought of us.
This one goes out to Christina. Said this one goes out to Christina. This one goes out to Christina. Said this one goes out to Christina. This one goes out to Christina.
A heartbreaking sounds like guitar strings snapping.
Said this one goes out to Christina.
A heartbreaking sounds like guitar strings snapping.
This one goes out to Christina.
A heartbreaking sounds like guitar strings snapping.
Said this one goes out to Christina.
A heartbreaking sounds like guitar strings.
I've been doing that. I've been doing that ever since I was in kindergarten. I've been doing that for a long time.
Oh, when did it actually get really bad, though?
I was turning the age I am right now.
Which is how old?
8.
8 is a good year. 8 is maybe the finest year.
The only thing is that the only problem with that is that you're getting closer to being 10. That's the real problem.
You don't want to turn 10?
I mean, that's the only problem with it. I mean, you're being closer to 10 every time you change an age. And when you're close to 10,
It's all over.
yeah, you might not like the things you used to like, right?
I actually had probably the exact same fear when I was about to turn 10, but I'm going to let you know right now you shouldn't worry because being 10 is super rad. But the thing that would always make me feel better is my mom and dad would sit me down and do funny voices, and they would tell me a story, and it would all go away. Once upon a time... Once upon a time...
Once upon a time, in a remote Tasmanian trailer park, there was born a baby boy by the name of Nedson Wilbury. One day, when Nedson was a baby, his crackhead teen mom got real distracted watching Teen Mom on the telly and dropped Ned right on his noggin, leaving a bump on the top of his head. The little bean stopped squirming and his mom thought he was surely done for. So Mummy brought the tiny bundle to the forest during a terrible storm and left him for dead in a field of pumpkins and wolves.
Just then lightning struck, and a cry cut through the night like the siren on a fire truck. Ned survived by the slightest luck. He wasn't a dead baby, Neddy was alive as fuck. It was a miracle we're hearing. The creatures of the evening came creeping to the clearing to see this little man nugget, soon to be immortalized in poetry just like the man from Nantucket. But as the little babe was grown, they gave him their home and raised him as their own. He roamed and trapezed from the tallest trees. He got his steez from the wallabies. They all loved him. But the Tasmanian devils loved little Neddy more than all of them. They taught him how to spin like a fan, till Ned spun himself into a fine young man. But one day, like a sick disease, loggers crept in and chopped the eucalyptus trees. They smushed the cuddly forest creatures, and they turned him into body wash and sneakers. But Ned escaped and yelled angrily that you abandoned me, you killed my family. But goddammit, I can't use your pity. And he snuck onto a ship bound for New York City.
Ned's voyage led him to the deepest, darkest, dankest bowels of that ship. He met all kinds of seedy characters on that voyage, like old Japanese men and their wives. He had delicious meals of fresh-cut sashimi, pumpkin pie, and all kinds of delicious breads and cookies and cakes. While he was on that voyage, he knew what lied ahead. So he kept his sights set on New York City. And before he knew it, he arrived.
Ned almost drowned. He kissed the ground. But his guts were churned up in this town where down was up and up was down. So the boy from down under flipped right around. Ned did a cartwheel and stopped halfway, and he walked on his palms from that day. But city folk treated Ned like a freak.
That hand walking one-headed yet he can't speak.
One night walking home, Ned was quite shocked. He saw a b-boy spinning on the sidewalk. He couldn't stop, wouldn't stop, staring at those limbs, spinning like a wooden top, sweeter than a pudding pop. Ned was home at last, and every night he'd watch him dance through the glass at a club, and he'd wait there in line for his chance. But the bouncer said, "Freak, you can't dance!"
Ah, but Ned, sweet little Ned, he wouldn't get out of line. And the bouncer pushed him and pushed him, but to catch his balance, Ned hard-headed, upside down Ned did what Ned did best. He just spun. And he spun. And he spun. And he spun! Everyone in the club came out to watch what is now regarded as the greatest fucking head spin of all time. Legend has it that Ned's still out there on Bleecker Street. spinning on the curb, to this very day.
Out on the curb again, on the curb again. I've come to learn it's hard and firm. Out on the curb again, out on the curb again, on the curb again. I've come to learn it's hard and firm. Out on the curb again.
I'm in my room making cardboard castles with shoestring rope, soup spoon drawbridge, tinfoil moat. I'm still dreaming after all these years. I'm in my room making cardboard castles with shoestring rope, soup spoon drawbridge, tinfoil moat. I'm still dreaming after all these years. Cause if we don't build it, who will? I do things on a shoestring that you couldn't do for a cool mill. I run with no laces, and when I fall I start to build my Taj Mahal with shit I found at Dollar Mart. This life's our greatest project, the journey's all in art. But I built my perfect nest, and it's about to fall apart. Again and again, and then I just make it twice as high. And I give my tower teeth, and I watch up like the sky. Because I might just cry if I don't keep it moving, or focus on what I can make and not what just got ruined. Cause every stone will crumble down to dust, to dust, to dust, to dust. And I say love thy neighbor, and I say fuck thy hater. There's nothing I can't solve with duct tape and construction paper. I don't want a band-aid up, we rip it off, fall rip it off.
Out on the curb again, on the curb again. I've come to learn it's hard and firm. Out on the curb again.
I'm in my room making cardboard castles with shoestring
on the curb
drawbridge, tinfoil moat. I'm still dreaming after all these years. I know someday I'll pass, and maybe then rest. I'm laying on my back, heaven's my bench press. Cause my imagination is crazy as Glenn Beck. A cloud is floating by in the shape of a rent check. And when the world ends, that's what I'll plan towards. Then I'll trust girlfriends and maybe landlords. Cause I've been played, but I'm looking for more. I say, what would I gain if I took it to court? Cause if people were perfect, then there wouldn't be war. We stay pushing, but once we get a foot in the door, we get our toes chopped off and a foot of manure. I still gotta believe people are good at the core. Cause if we weren't, what's the stake? Why would we stay to break what we make and create all these beautiful mistakes? When they blow our house down, let's draw on the walls, the walls, the walls. I'm in my room making cardboard castles with shoestring rope, soup spoon drawbridge, tinfoil moat. I'm still dreaming after all these years. I'm in my room making cardboard castles with shoestring rope, soup spoon drawbridge, tinfoil moat. I'm still dreaming after all these years.
Curb again, on the curb again. I've come to learn it's hard and firm. Out on the curb again, out on the curb again, on the curb again. I've come to learn it's hard and firm. Out on the curb again.
I'm in my room making cardboard castles with shoestring rope, soup spoon drawbridge, tinfoil moat. I'm still dreaming after all stars died of old age. They wouldn't explode, they'd burn out with a slow fade. But stars escape life with a gunshot, which makes me think they stick a pistol in their sunspot. Bite the barrel, squeeze the trigger. Might have cared once, but the obstacles seem bigger, and they're stuck behind a giant 8-ball in the Milky Way is star brains that are smeared across the space wall. You know the red giant in Sector 2? Yeah, Hector, true, he was a depressing dude. I think he thought nobody thought about him, and now that I think about it, I'm liable to guess it's true. Everybody wants the sun to come and cure their rough moods, but suns need love too. I give out energy and don't receive. I'm tired now, I'll go to sleep. And when this is the coldest solstice, maybe folks will notice me.
Send in that sunshine, make everything right. Turn on your love light, 'cause baby I'm coming on by. Send in that sunshine, make everything right. 'Cause there ain't no suffering in life that don't ease with the passage of time. Oh.
Goodbye, Maggie. Goodbye, Jules. I wish you'd stuck around, you wise fools. 'Cause friends, they tend to come and go the way the ocean ebbs and flows, but there's reminders in the tide pools. But when the standing water's putrid, who am I to say a choice you made was stupid? But there's a bunch of us who loves you fucking stuck your pointing fingers at ourselves for something you did. You packed your problems in a suitcase. You went away forever to a new place. You left behind a lot of blue faces and bouquets and loose ends like shoelaces, but my friend, it's too late. So all my lightweights and barflies, let's raise a pint each time a star dies, and toast the memory of hard lives filed on the interstellar hard drives and archives.
Well, I kicked the ball and my shoe flew off and I was getting it up and somebody kicked the ball and it hit me in the face.
Swing out of your shoes, and if you should lose this time, keep on swinging and swinging. So when you connect with that air straight, look up, you might see a dent in the moon.
Yeah, you see them craters? That was cause a kid said there'd be none greater. In 10 years, Hammer and Hank was at the plate launching balls into space saying, see ya later! Skinny as a toothpick, but he got a knack. Watch him swing a broomstick out a bottle cap. Watch him rinse and repeat till he's on the map. Going from the cheap seats to the autographs. Papa put a bat in my hand and all he said was to never ever ever rock a Dodger hat. And whether you win or you didn't, you gotta be getting dirty. Yeah, we better send your jersey to the laundromat. Cause it was in the cards. I knew someday I'd be a big league star, playing second base for the Giants, wearing number 9, rocking knee-high socks if I just worked hard.
Swing out of your shoes, and if you should lose this time, keep on swinging and swinging. So when you connect with that air straight, look up, you might see a dent in the moon.
We had our 6th grade baseball trouts on the basketball court, so a fastball had hops. We didn't have a grass field, and so coach hit us grounders out the asphalt. I dropped a lot, and so we hit him faster, and I took him off my ankles, yelling, "That's all you got?"